Craig, you don't strike me as someone that does anything by halves.
I found in life, Wade, that you got to do it 110%, and good enough is not good enough, and it has to be exceptionally great, and that's what we're trying to do.
A two-car team in TA2 was ambitious in your first real year of it. This would be outrageous to go to 3 cars. Has this been a plan for a while?
Now, the opportunity came up only because of obviously the talent that's out there with Nathan Herne, and the fact that he's backed by a wonderful family, a wonderful environment, and there was no clash of cultures by bringing him into the Dream Racing Australia team, and it was a perfect fit.
There's no need to do it. Obviously, you could keep enjoying your racing with George as it was. This is not a life-changing thing for you, but it could be for Nathan.
The Dream Racing Australia is a brand we wanted to build. Nathan, we see championship material. Next, Danny Ricciardo. We see him working very, very close with us, and we think we can get him to that next stage with the experience that George brings to the team and George's crew and myself. And we think as a 3-person team, we'll do exceptionally well next year.
Now, apart from his on-track, just watch your bracelet on that. Apart from his on-track effect, he'll also have a bit of he'll put a rocket up you both, because he'll remind you of the passion that someone that age has for what you're doing. So he's going to give you a fresh perspective, I would think.
He'll bring some youth to the team. He'll bring some razzmatazz to the team. And I tell you what, next year, for both George and I, we don't want to run second to Nathan. We want to compete with Nathan. We want to push Nathan, and we don't want to be the old buggers in the team. Okay, so we'll be pushing and pushing and pushing, and I think Nathan will bring out the best in George and I next year as well.
Why have you fallen in love with the TA2?
TA2 is affordable racing. Good people, Craig Denyer and Peter Robertson and those guys, just outstanding people. The community is fantastic. They made us feel really welcome in the first year. And we see this as probably the best series here in Australia that is going to evolve over the next few years.
What do they like to drive?
Initially they were brutal, but towards the end of the season started to get a handle on it. So it's sort of like a Bronco initially, a stallion Bronco initially. But by the end of the year we were starting to tame it. Next year we'd go to get it to go faster.
Yeah. How would you rate your first year out of 10, and what do you want from 2020?
Qualifying wise, I did okay. Probably a 6 out of 10. Race wise, 4 out of 10. I was crap, and I'm the first to admit that. It wasn't until QR and event 6 of the year that I actually got the muscle of the elbows out.
Yep.
And started to make my way through the field. I'd need to do that from the first race of next season, and we'll be there. We got a very fast car. Cameron Fisher's produced 2 great cars for us this year. It's going to be faster next year. We're going to be far more competitive, and from my point of view, I'm going to be far more competitive next year than I was this year in my rookie year.